Good morning, friends. Vlad is here, and this is the daily review for the 4th of October, Tuesday. Well, yesterday was a very nice day with nice moves, and probably we will have some interesting things for today as well. So let's begin and go over the charts and the trades that we might have for today. Let's begin with the dollar Canadian. Dollar Canadian reached very stiff area. Probably it now will begin its down slope and some right here in these areas and down up again. Maybe on further it will go and have for us the 107, maybe even a little higher before the big drop. But it's a good time to begin to look for the sell. We go back down for 4-hour chart. That's what we have here. We have a trend line, clear trend line. We have the 104.70, as you can see here, as the real support area, right? We have the RSI of 50, of course. Look for a break below and close below the 104.70 on 4-hour charts. Look for the break of this trend line, and that would be considered the sell. Of course, I will be looking for closing below the 20 MA as well, and possibly break of the RSI, at least of this trend line. Of course, it will be much better if it breaks below the 50, but at least this trend line that will give us the right till 50. If it does happen, we have the close. You can aim the target around the 103.60-70. That could be the next target for this pair. So this is the first pair to follow. If it continues to rise, then watch the 107 as very stiff area, which is this area here, just right here. As you can see, it used to be stiff support, stiff resistance area. So we will be looking for these prices, of course, and it should be well correct from one of these areas, or it begin now or it go further down, further up, sorry, and then begin the down move. Let's go for the dollar franc, which is just about to reach very important areas, right? The resistance around the 0.9230-40, and then the 0.9330-40. This is a very stiff area with very divergent prices. So stay tuned, as it might begin the return for that, and I expect the return to be, well, 200 to 400 pips correction at least. It might be much more. This is for the dollar franc. Now Australian dollar is an interesting pair as well, and it's going and reaching the 0.94, the 0.93 plus actually, which is this support, and once it reaches this area, this continuing divergence should take effect and we will have some kick up again. So stay tuned for that. It's also very interesting situation. Let's move forward. Euro against the Australian. We discussed yesterday about this wedge. The wedge never broke and closed below the 138. It holded several times. Now two situations: or we ride higher to the 140, as you can see, and continues to move in this wedge to complete the next leg of divergence, right? Or we just break the line. We still wait. We do not trade in the wedge, but we still wait as it begins to be very interesting situation and area. So that's how it looks like for the Euro Australian, and that's our two scenarios to watch. Let's move forward, and for the indices, actually the indices and the euro dollar, all the same. It looks like they have some kind of flag here. The Nasdaq, the S&P maybe even as well, right? If it breaks down the flag, you can sell. For the next support for Nasdaq, it's around the 2030. That's the area. For S&P, we have the area just little lower, just right here around this support around the 1065. So these also two trades to watch, the indices. Now for the euro dollar, if you pay attention on the 4-hour chart, once again it might be the flag, the last flag before the drop down. If it continues to drop down, remember we have stiff support area around the 130, very psychological level, which is well, it might be 130, even a little lower, the 129 plus. The continuing divergence from the daily chart continues, and once it reaches the critical area, it's a good buy for us. So stay tuned for that. It looks also that we're getting closer and closer for that. Another interesting pair to follow is the pound against the Canadian. We started with that yesterday. We still have this long-term trend line, as you can see, right? And now we have a stiff support area, the 162. A break below both with the break of RSI of 50 will provide us the sell, a beautiful sell. So these are the trades for today, friends, and well, enjoy them, ride them, as we now reach very interesting areas, very interesting situation. It's going to be very good moves. We are going to enjoy the rides and just be in them. Friends, thank you very much for your time. I wish you a beautiful day. Enjoy the trades, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Vladimir, bye bye.